morning, family and friends. It's about 7 a.m. and today we're going to be trenching and putting in the conduit. Luke has gone and picked up the trencher. He's on his way. Once he gets here, we'll get started. We're going to have to connect the conduit that's on that spool roll to the conduit that's in the ground, and I'll show you that. This is the conduit that has been already laid in the ground, and it will need to be connected to this other end with the red tape on it before we can start burying it. So I'm still waiting for Luke, so I thought while we're waiting for Luke, we can try one of these crab apples. They're probably not ready to eat. Okay, I think we can probably shine it up a little bit. It's a little bit shinier. Yeah, that's sour. Oh, I hear Luke. So you don't want to eat the seeds of these because they contain a compound that turns into cyanide, and you're going to get an upset stomach. It's turning brown from the oxygen. The very first step we had to do was to use a drill pump to get all of the water that was in the conduit out before we could hook up the other piece of conduit to it. We've now gotten started, and Luke is cutting off the ends of both pieces of conduit so that there is a clean finish for the coupler to put that on. You'll notice that there is string coming out of the conduit. There is also string on the conduit that's already buried underneath the road. Luke is now putting on the coupler, and before we put the other side on the coupler, what we will do is attach both strings together. And what will happen is when we have all the conduit laid in the ground, we'll call ComEd and they will come out, attach the cable to the string on the other side of the road, and then they will pull the string all the way through with the cable, and that is how they get the cable all the way through to the other end. We are really lucky to have great friends. Luke and I's really good friend came over to help us, and that is such a blessing to have help like that from our really great friends and family. Right now we are burying the conduit that had the coupler on it. That way it doesn't buckle up from the ground. We want it to stay flush with the ground as we're putting down the conduit. We've got about 100 feet of trenching done so far. I'm going to hop back into the trencher and keep on going while Luke and our friend continue to lay in the conduit. ComEd requested a splice pit, so that is what we're doing right here. We're digging a hole so that ComEd could get to the conduit and make a cut in it, just in case the cable is not long enough. They will do 2 cables instead. They'll cut the string that's inside the conduit, attach it to each cable, and then pull the cable through, and then they will attach the 2 cables together so that there's one full cable going all the way to the house. Well, friends and family, Luke just got finished putting all the soil back into what we trenched on top of the conduit. That concludes our adventure for today. I hope you have a wonderful day and see you next time.